Hey, hey. There's everyone. Can't see your comments. How is everybody? Sorry I'm late. I'm always late. Hi, Faye. How are you? Jackie. Hi, Emma. How is everyone? Yeah, Jack, I'm fine. I'm just running late. Let's wait for a few more people to come on. If you're from Hi, Julie. How are you? You're all right. I pulled out some different cards today. Day 94 millionth of being in lockdown. Yeah, you're not wrong there. It's I think it's testing everyone's patience. God, I can't get these cards out. Here we go. I've not used these for such a long time. If anybody's got cards that they're using that they really love, they'd love to see me use, just God, these aren't even open. Just send me a message and I'll try and pick them up somewhere. Brand new, look at that. Out of the wrapper. Oh, they smell brand new too. So these cards are, wait a minute, I'll show you. The crystal ally cards. So I'm going to be using these today. I've got the crystal ally cards here. I just thought I'd pull in something different for you all. I'm going to do some aura readings as well. And let me have a look at these ones before I okay. Hi, Hayden. And these ones are the Oracle of the Dreamtime. I don't know if this is still in print or whether it's deleted. I'm not quite sure. So don't quote me on that one because I've had this deck for a while. I think it's out of print. But anyway, I'm going to be using this today. And I'm not quite sure what all these cards are. They're actually a round deck, which is different. What's they mean? I was having a look. I'm sure there's a way you're supposed to read them, but you know me, I'm going to read them my way. They're just, I must have looked through them or spilt them, dropped them or something. Right, they're ready to rock. Okay, so we have the Oracle of the Dreamtime. I think that's what it's called. If you're on for the first time, can you let us know, please? Welcome. As you'll see, what we've put along the bottom, I don't know if you can see it or not, hopefully, is the email for anybody that wants to book a reading, because as you know, like I've only got such a limited time here on the banters, and it's just a sort of like a sneaky peek at what I do, what I can do, and just how incredible Spirit is to work with. So if you are feeling as if you want to reach out for a reading, then the email to get in contact with us is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So more than happy to do that for you. So how is everybody? It's crazy energy. Has anybody else felt it? I know I have. Hi, Wayne. How are you? Is anybody on from Canada? I'm going to do some aura readings to start with, just to build up the energy a little bit. I actually got some proper crayons, so I'm excited. You'd never think, like, it's a bit unsettled. Yeah, I have to agree, for sure. So I actually got the crayons that I love to do aura readings with. The ones that I was using was, they just, you know, you get used to certain things in certain ways. Hev Jameson, how are you? Welcome to the Barber Banter. Where are you from? Tell us where you're from. We'll pop you on the list for a reading. Hi, Pippi. Do you like my bow tie? How are you, my love? Are you good? Yeah, it is crazy, Vicky. It is. Vicky, you're in Alberta. Awesome. You're from England. Welcome. What part of the UK are you from? Tell me, can you pop these girls on the list, please? So if you're new, let us know, because we always have a welcoming. Hi, babe. We always have a welcoming read, just to welcome you all for the first time. You're from Liverpool up north. Woohoo! Go the Reds. That's my team. Hi, everyone. All right, so I'm going to do aura reading to start off with. Okay. What can't you see? Bridie, how are you? Is there something not working? Can you guys see the banners? Can someone let me know? Ah. You had to restart Facebook to be able to see the comments. Oh, really? Can you guys see the banners? Can you see, like, the banners that I've put up there with the email? Babe, can you tell me? Jax? All right. Having a break from your children. So, yeah, you can. Tammy Beck's just put up there who it's supposed to be for. Jessie Day. Right, okay. I'm going to do aura reading first of all, just to bring the energy in a little bit. So just bear with me. I'll draw my incredible artistic what do you call it, template? I've got lined paper today, so sorry about it. Okay, so I am. I'm really well. So if anybody's on for the first time, can you just let us know? Because we'd like to welcome you and bring you in for a reading. A lot of the other guys that come on, they've all had readings in the past, and I love doing readings for them, but it's also important to acknowledge the new followers as well. So we always like to do that. And if you do find that you want a reading, or to go into things a little bit further with what I've said today, the scrolling across the bottom is the email to book readings. I'm available throughout the week, and sometimes on the weekends. It just depends on what my schedule is. But yeah, if anybody has a question while I'm drawing this, just let me know so I can see it. Okay, so can I have, please, let me just see. I'm going to do card readings for the two new girls, but I'm going to do this for Maria because I'm really drawn to Maria Manita, I believe it is at the present time. So, hey JJ, how you going, babe? So this is for Maria. I'm going to do her auric field, and then we're going to read it and have a look and see what's going on there. Just bear with me. If you've got questions, just pop them up and I'll have a look at them and answer them for you. I need to get a bigger table. I had everything set up, and then Ari jumped up on the table and knocked everything flying. Maria, how you going? Wendy, how are you going? Welcome. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to pop your name on the list. We'll get to you and do a reading for you if you like. Or if you have a question that you would rather ask, I can answer your question rather than a reading. I'm just doing an aura reading at the present time. So those of you that haven't seen this done before, I am aura intuitive. So I actually see auras near and around people. And it is essentially working psychically. So you're having a look at the psychic energy as well. The etheric templates and sort of like what sits near and around you. So when I'm doing the aura, I will be able to see if there's anything energetically blocked in your system. Sometimes I pick up where there's medical stuff. I'm not a medical doctor, but being an aura intuitive, you pick up that medical intuition as well. So it's called what do they call it? I forgot what it's called now. I'll think of it in a minute. Ninja Kitty, yeah, she's outside. She's been so needy lately, like just in my face. I think she's feeling it as well. What's going on? Got spirit coming in. I'm going to hold them though for the minute. Right now I'm having a stroke. So I've got a lady here with that's crossed with a stroke. Might just bring her through after I do this. So just hold on. If you can't stay on and you need a reading like pronto, can you just let Tammy know? Because I will try and get to people. I do have to be off by 2 p.m. today, so I have a reading anyway booked in. Right. Yeah, I know lockdown stage 4 is crazy, isn't it? Wendy, what do you do for a living? What do you all do for a living, actually? Di, how are you? Okay. Right, Maria, it's not going to mean anything to you, but this is what it looks like, okay? But I promise it means something to me. Okay, the first thing that I want to talk about, Maria, is the amount of stuff that's coming up for you at the present time. I can see that there's a lot of old pain, a lot of old issues, a lot of old conflict that's coming up for you. Not surprising, given the way that the energy's been this week. But I do feel as if there's like I do feel as if there's a lot of things from the past that's coming up. That could be old hurts, that could be old memories, but it's definitely stuff that you need to deal with and pack away, if that makes sense. And I feel that, you know, sometimes as we're younger, we sweep things under the carpet a little bit. And, you know, eventually it does rise up and it bites us in the butt. And I just feel as if the energy this week has certainly done that for a lot of people. And I feel like you're one of them. So I can see that there's a lot of darker energies going on here. And by darker energies, I mean the darker reds, the darker, you know, the darker browns, those type of colors when I'm working with my crayons. And so I can see that you're feeling the essence of being stuck and locked down. Okay, that is standard given what we're in the present time. But I do feel as if it's like muddy. I feel like I want to push you forward a little bit in both your career path and your personal development. Okay, I do see some green healing energy creeping into your mindset. That's coming in through your voice, in through your the way that you actually speak. So I do feel that whatever it is you're doing vocally, you're it is healing, and it's speaking the healing word, or the you know, that gentle caressing, understanding, compassion, empathy, that type of thing. So I know that that's going on there for you. I do see there's an old burden raising its head too, sitting across the shoulder plates. And I just want to say to you, you know, let that go. You can't control other people. All you can do is control yourself. You don't have to carry everyone's burden. Okay, they need to take responsibility for themselves. I see a lot of blue in your auric field as well. So I do feel that in the past, your throat has been closed and you haven't spoken truth, or you haven't spoken what's needed to be spoken, if that makes sense. And I just feel as if, you know, there's a time coming where you're just going to really open up that throat process and just step out of your old skin and step into the new one. It's transmutation, snake energy was what I'm seeing at the present time. There is a lot of healing, love, and guidance coming in the energy as well for you. There's lots of pink in the auric field. To me, that shows me that you are being embraced and that you are being you know, supported and guided by spirit, because it is that it's your guides that are standing really close to you at the present time. And I do feel like a switching of the guard. So I'm not quite sure when that happened. I would have to say within 2 or 3 weeks, you would have seen a change or felt a change in you perhaps. And I just want to say to you, just tread a little bit gently over the next couple of weeks as all of this energy starts to integrate. As you know, we have an external auric field, and when you're near and around somebody that's a little bit aggressive or cranky or frustrated or upset, that energy will bounce into our own auric field, and that will that will go through between 1 and 2 hours or something like that. But what I'm actually referring to now, what I'm looking to right now, is your inner auric field, which is more your core aura, the colors that have, you know, the programs and the colors and the life experiences that have sort of like formed you and molded you into the person that you are right now, if that makes sense for you. So hopefully that's a little bit of guidance for you. Just be mindful of that anger and frustration that can rise up. I can see a little bit of that, but I feel like somebody's near and around you pushing your buttons, if that makes sense. And I just want to just say, focus on what you need to focus on, and don't enter into anybody else's argument. That's their conflict. You don't have to be a part of it. So I hope that makes sense for you. Look at you, all going telling me what your disability support worker. Wow, Faye. That's so cool. You're having an operation, Pamela. So Maria, did that make sense for you? Hope so. Okay, let's have a look at some cards. I just want to bring through this little old lady, if that's okay. That sounds horrible, doesn't it? Little old lady, little old dear. Let me just have a look. I know she passed from a stroke. I know I want to put on about the age of. Let me have a look for a second. I'm not seeing any of your comments, so I don't know what's going on. I have an elderly lady with me at the present time that's just stepped in. And where's Pamela? Pamela, is your mum in spirit? Can you tell me if your mum's in spirit, please? You're welcome, Maria. Welcome to the banter. Pamela, is your mum in spirit? Can you place? I really feel like I'm drawn to Pamela on this one. So just bear with me. But if you can place it, let me know. Wendy. Okay, that's so Wendy and Pamela, that's you both together, is that right? Because I have you straight. I have you on the list anyway. Okay. So Pamela and Wendy, I feel like I've got your mum in spirit, and I feel as if there was something with her head. Would that make sense? Either an aneurysm or a stroke? I'm drawn to the left-hand side of the head, or there's been a fall or something along the lines of that. But I really feel this lady's trying to reach out to you guys. It's definitely with the left-hand side. Does that make sense? And I feel like she's just a little thing. You know, absolutely gorgeous. Typical sort of like Nana looking, very well put together. She has, you know, incredible eyes, but I feel as if they're locked behind glasses, if that makes sense. So I feel like her eyesight wasn't the best. Okay. It's a heart attack. Has anybody else with her had a stroke or something like that? Because I'm just feeling pressure in the I have to come to the head, so I don't know what she's talking about with the head, but anyway, let me just bring her forward a little bit more and we'll see what we can get. Bless her heart, she's dressed up to the nines. She's got really nice shoes on, but I do feel she struggled with her feet a little bit, like most of the little old ones. I have to acknowledge the number 7. So I don't know whether she passed back at 7 years ago, or there's a connection to the number 7 for her. Okay, so I don't know whether it's the 7th date or the 7th month. July is a connection, but I'm being given the number 7 for her as well. Okay, don't feed me the information, girls. just confirm it or not confirm it. But I do feel that you know, I have to acknowledge something, or headaches or something to do with the heads, because I've got like a weird funny sensation in the head. That can also mean sometimes a little bit of dementia sitting there as well. So I'm a little bit all over the place, but I do feel like I was a little bit wobbly on my feet, if that makes sense. Her brother had a stroke and she loved dressing up. Okay, so she might be with Ronnie, who had the stroke. I want to acknowledge an E initial too, and I feel like there's an Ed or an Edward as well. Ed, Eddie, E. Would that make sense? An E initial with her. With him. Would you place something in July? Can you place anything in July, girls? Just bear with us, guys. No E. Just hold on to that E, because there's definitely an E connection there. C, I think it's an ED. I feel like it's an Ed or Edward. Can anybody else online place an Ed or Edward? They might be sitting there for you guys. But anyway, Wendy, I do have your mum here because she's really specific in calling out for you, calling out for Pamela specifically, is where I wanted to go with that. Is anybody else placing any of this information? A July connection or an ED connection or a 7? I know it's definitely there for somebody. I wanted to place it with her. I also have to acknowledge somebody living that's either got a back problem or waiting for back surgery. Pamela, you had a baby in July. Okay. All right. So she's acknowledging the baby in July. And who has her name as well? Pamela, can you tell me where the name is? Your mother's name has been carried forward? Is there a third child as well? Is there 3 of you? She's talking about 3. Girls, this is slow today. Okay. The comments are really slow, so I'm just going to keep going with it because I've got others online that I need to read for. So I know I've got your mum. I know she wants to acknowledge July. Okay. I know that there's an E or an ED connection here, and I feel like I want to connect to somebody that's living also. She's wanting to reach out to somebody living that has a back problem that may need or require back surgery or has had back surgery. So you've got the 3 children. Okay. So I have to acknowledge the back surgery. I'm also hearing a C initial, like a Charlie or a Charles as well. And there you go. She's acknowledging the middle name. Okay. So it is your mum that's sitting there too. I have to acknowledge a thyroid problem as well with somebody living. I don't know whether it's one of you girls or it's somebody else in the family, but she's talking about thyroid. And I do feel that she had a thyroid issue also. Okay. I feel like I can't regulate things, if that makes sense. So I just have to acknowledge that and pass that across as well. Her message is really to keep it together. I feel that things are a little bit scattered for you guys at the present time, and your mum is just wanting to say, bring it together and slow it down. Okay, just bring it together and slow it down, because I'm really feeling as if things are going at a really fast pace for you at the present time. Wendy and Pamela, I feel like there's some distance with one of the family members, and I want to bring that forward and bring it together, if that makes sense. It's like they've pushed away. And I feel like it's pushed away. And so she's just want to say, you know, come together, reserve what you do have, and bring that support in for each other is the message that she's wanting to communicate. She's also acknowledging to your grandmother as well. Okay, so I don't know whether there's an anniversary coming up for your grandmother, which is your mother's mother, but I feel like there's something relative there, or it's going to come up in conversation, your grandmother this week, and I just have to acknowledge that and place that on the platform as well. Your mum again is just saying to you, just bring it together, slow it down, make some time, you know, and just be there for one another, because you know life is about memories and family, and that's what's more important than anything else. So she's just asking that you please make some time, and you know, catch up with one another and bring it closer. There's Zoom, there's Skype, there's all different ways and modalities of actually connecting, and she's just wanting to say that, and she's just wanting to mention your grandmother. So I don't know what relevance that is right now. I also have to be talking about a piece of amber jewelry as well, so I'm just going to place that across with you guys. And I don't know what relative that is, but she's talking about a piece of amber jewelry. She's really specific about it. So I'm just going to place that across, and I'm going to leave her with you girls. So love and blessings, and mum's on the other side for you, and she's fine. Okay. Julie, I'll pull a card for you. Okay, so these are for the newbies that have just come on. Wendy, who has the amber jewelry? Did your mum have a piece of amber jewelry or a ring or brooch or something with amber in it? I'm going through divorce and the lawyer process has just begun. Will this be drawn out? And will I be okay actually for myself and my daughters as I'm here in Australia with my family in the US? Jennifer, I'm just reading your message. I do feel it will take some time, and that's primarily due to the hi Gypsy. That's primarily due to the COVID process. Okay, so yeah, I do feel it's going to be some months before it is actually looked at or sorted out. So I just want to say, look, it might take a little bit of time, and I do feel that you will head back to the US at some stage as well, even if it's just for a trip. I just feel as if that's going to be, you know, drawn out a little bit, but I feel that you will have some support. Andrea Diamond, how are you, my love? You didn't even answer my message. Laura, be nice. And I asked you this morning how you was, and you didn't answer me back. You're right. These cards are huge. You're at work. Which shop are you in? Kayama? Still waiting for my octopus ring. Why are you at work when you're poorly, you twat? Why isn't one of the girls in there? All right, let me go here. Julie, this is for you. If I start to answer, it will turn into a 10-page essay. I have time for you, my darling. I always have time for you. All right. So, Julie, I don't know which Julie this is for, but this one is joy and gratitude. It's a pretty card, isn't it? Okay. Joy and gratitude. So, Julie, I do see the harmonics here. Jennifer, I'm just going to hold your question there for a minute as I read this card for Julie. So I've got Kunzite here, which is an amazing protector as well, and Hidden Knight. Everybody names these cards. Everybody names crystals different, but I just go with what I'm actually feeling. And I just want to say to you, you need to lighten up the load a little bit, Julie. I feel as if the pressure and the energies of what's going on near and around us is getting to you a little bit. You know, a lot of people are empaths, and a lot of people are feeling down and flat and heavy, and walking around thinking it's actually them, where it's actually not them. It's actually the world energy and what we're actually going through generically, because I've been feeling it as well. And I just want to say to you, just breathe through it. Okay, I feel as if you're holding your breath, and it's almost like your bated breath, you know, when you just take that breath in and you're waiting to see what actually comes next. That's how I feel you are, how I feel you've been carrying yourself this week. And I just want to say to you, you know, just breathe a little bit. You need to bring some light and some energy back into your life. You know, that might be, you can wear light colors, bright colors, listen to some really upbeat music. Just try and shift that dullness through, that darkness and dampness through. Go outside, get some sun on your face if it's not raining, and you know, take a walk, just connect to nature. All of these things can actually help you to move and shift some of this energy. But the card is actually just bringing in joy and gratitude for what we actually have. As I said the other day, I feel like this is a reset. Yes, it's really hard. Yes, we're all locked up. Yes, there's going to be changes. Yes, things are beyond our control at the present time, but it is a time to reset, reboot, rethink, reevaluate, and, you know, have a look at where we are in our life and what we need in order for us to actually move forward. I feel as if we've been sort of like being given a space. It's like a pause in music, you know, before you hit that next note, you've got that pause. And I just feel like that's what's happened for us at the present time. You know, we've been given a pause. And now it's time for us to reflect, bring in that joy, bring in that gratitude, bring in that, you know, abundance that is near and around. Look for the good in each day instead of the negative in each day. You know, it's so easy for us to pick up a glass and go, oh, it's only half full, but we're not we're not sitting in a blessing and abundance to realize that there's actually, you know, sorry, half empty when it's half full, if that makes sense. I think I stuffed that up. But yeah, what I'm wanting to say is, you know, we need to focus on what we do have. You know, we do have that glass half full. A lot of people have it half empty. So it's up to you which way you want to see this opportunity in life. You know, everything happens for a reason. If we look back over history, it's happened there. There's been civilizations that have been wiped out, and you know, we're not going to be like that. We're going to actually be able to move forward as a entirety, as a connected energy, you know, a oneness, because we are all connected, whether we like it or not. We are all connected. We're part of the bigger, the greater expanse of universal consciousness. And you know, I just want you to bring in that joy and gratitude. I want everybody to bring in that joy and gratitude, because the more we all start to connect in and we go, thank you for this and thank you for that, and you know, here's the blessings and abundance for this day. And the more we do that, we're going to switch our mindset, and then like attracts like. It's going to be like that tidal wave of gratitude. We're going to switch into that fifth dimension energy, and you know, this COVID thing will be a thing of the past, and we would have survived it. So just hold on to that, Julie. Okay, just hold on to that, and everybody else listen to the message as well, because I think it's very viable and very important. You know, bring in that joy, bring in that gratitude, and bring in the understanding that we are going to get through this. It's just a pause, so use it wisely, because we all complain that we don't have time to do things. Well, the universe is gone. Now you have time, so deal with it. Okay. Let's have a look here. I'm going to pull the these Aussie ones for you. Look for the silver linings. That's it, you know. And if they're not silver, make them rainbow. Reminds me of those rainbow unicorn. Oh, these are weird to shuffle. How long do you think it will take me for me to drop these ones? Oh, they're weird. Has anybody got a round deck of cards? There's nothing to hang on to. It's crazy. Oh, there you go. They're thrown. So Hev, you're in the UK, Liverpool, is that right? All right. Oh, wow. I would be so bad at a casino. These are the Oracle of the Dream Time. These ones. I think they're an out of print deck, but you might be able to get them on eBay. I saw them in a book somewhere, like a crystal book or something like that, and I really liked them. Hi, Kerry from Telford in England. Welcome to the banter. We'll pop you on the list for a reading. I'm just reading through some of these messages, so just bear with me. I missed a couple. Will the X be on me during this process? Jennifer, look, it's really difficult for me to comment on, you know, the way another person is going to act or react. And I don't feel that's right for me to do that, to jump into his energy and just say which way he's going to act. I do know that, you know, when you're dealing with people and specifically when you're dealing with money, then certainly, you know, it can get nasty. But I just want to say to you, if you've got really good representation and you stick to your values, then things will work out. You're not going to be left with nothing, sweetheart, okay? But I just want to say to you, you know, pull on the support that you do have near and around you, and keep the energy moving, keep focusing, and you know, just keep it all going, because I do feel that, you know, you will see the end of it. I do feel there'll be a few months though, so I can't see it happening before 6 months, but I do see it happening, and I just want to bring in a little bit more support around you. I feel like you're not talking as much to people, you know, choosing to deal with it yourself, but I just want to bring more people around you so that you have that support network, if that makes sense. All right. Where am I at? Emma. I want to say breathe, sweetheart, with you. Okay. I do feel that you will, or there is a possibility for you to have your own children. It may be assisted though. Okay. It may be assisted. I feel like I want to relax. There's a lot of tension and anxiety with you at the present time. And so I try and bring in some relaxation for both of you. I feel like there's a lot of tension and there's a lot of light and a lot of spotlight on trying to conceive this child. And I just want to say, just relax and see if it happens naturally before you jump into anything else. But I do feel like there might need to be some medical intervention there. I'm not a medical doctor, so don't quote me on anything specific, but I just feel, just try and just relax into it. But I do see children, so I wish you all the very best. Pamela, you're welcome. Lost my late mum's wedding ring last night. It disappeared from my bedside table overnight. Turned my bedroom upside down. It's not there. Is it a sign? Angela, the ring is there. Okay. Disappeared from my bedside table. Yeah, I feel like it's there. It's just down behind something. Have a look under your bed. Okay, have a look under the bed. I don't know if you have a cat. I know that my cat certainly steals things overnight. But look in the top drawer as well. I just feel like it's there and that you haven't lost it. But I also feel too that it is definitely a sign about relationships and having a look at relationships, if that makes sense. When a wedding ring suddenly disappears, it makes you have a look at, relationships and whether the relationship itself is disappearing in your own world. So it might be something that you need to have a look there. If you're in a current relationship, have a look at how your relationship is. Is it present? Is it the way it was? Or is it slowly dissolving into, mundaneness and, just a routine rather than something special. So I do feel like that's a double-edged sword there. I feel like it is a message from your mum, but also feel I feel that you need to focus on a relationship. Okay, if it's not a relationship with partner, it's a relationship with somebody new and around you. No cat, no top drawer, and not under the bed. I feel like it's there. I'll have a think throughout the reading and see what spirit shows me, but I just feel like it's there. I know that spirit can take things, but I still feel like it's there somewhere. All right. Hi, Jodes. Oh, look at this. I've worked these cards out. I'm just going to hold them loosely. Okay, Hev, these cards for you. I don't throw them all over the floor. And I definitely feel that ring is there. Okay, the card that I've pulled is, which way does it go? That way. It's the Southern Cross. Okay, the Southern Cross. There you go. And the way that I'm going to read this card is it's almost like a home card. Okay, and I'm just feeling as if there's a calling back to self on this one. Whenever I see the Southern Cross, or whenever anyone in Oz usually sees the Southern Cross, it's like your home, because it's always there. It's like this reassurance that you're back in Australia, you're back home, I guess, and it's always hanging above us. And a lot of people will actually have it tattooed on their legs and their arms. So I've actually got it in my barber sign, the Southern Cross, to represent Australia. But I feel like it's a representation of self as well, because home is always about self. And I feel like I want to come home with you. I want to bring you back to you, if that makes sense. I do feel a little bit disconnected, or I feel as if you are a little bit disconnected from yourself and, just sort of like a little bit numb in the world, if that makes sense. There are so many things that are going on for you at the present time, and I do feel like, you know, you do have so many things hanging off you, if that makes sense. And it's like, you know, it's like you're multitasking but juggling at the same time. And I just feel like I want to just stop and pause and bring things back to you for a little bit. I do feel as if you need to take a breather and just do some self-healing and some self-motivation. Let people take care of their own things for a little while, and, you know, just bring things back to you, bring yourself to home, and find your way home. And it depends on, you know, how you can do that. For some people it's meditation, for some people it's drawing, for some people it's you know, out in nature, whatever it takes, whatever it takes for you to come back to yourself. I just feel like you're a little bit lost. I feel like you need to just redefine who you are, you know, really put your feet sturdy down in that ground and own your space, if that makes sense. I do feel like you are being pushed. I feel like you're being pushed to your limit. And I just want to say to you, you know, go easy for the next couple of weeks. And I just want to say to you, you know, follow those stars, because they will lead you to where you need to go. But you need to trust, okay? You need to, you know, connect in with spirit, connect in with yourself, and trust that everything that's, the cat's trying to come in, everything is in place for your future. Everything's in place. Everything's there. You have everything you need, but you just have to realize that instead of trying to find it and look for it in other people, it's all right in front of you. You just have to look in that mirror and see it. So hopefully that makes sense for you. Hey, sugar mama. Are you at work? So Hev, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. These are the weirdest cards. Let me grab these ones over here. I always look good, bitch. All right, let's have a look now. Vicky. Look at you guys, pushed under a lamp or jewelry box or something on. Yeah, I feel like it's still there. You're all in you're on the staff room watching me. Gosh, get a job, you lot. I feel like it was pushed under a lamp or a jewelry box or hidden space where you don't know, even knows they're sorry. But no, like, I totally agree. It's a glass table, not much on it except a glass ring holder, which they were in, and not under anything. Looking everywhere, it's so weird. Angela, I feel like it's there. I just know it's there somewhere. Look on the other side. You haven't grabbed it during the night. Like, weird stuff happens. It could be caught in some clothing, or did you have any clothing on the floor? It's definitely there. You got popcorn. Oh, that's my Joni. She all right? Oh my goodness. Better than watching Netflix. Rach, I need help in learning how to shuffle cards. Hev's like, pull up there. I've got a billion things going on at the moment. Oh, I can't read it. Is she? Oh gosh. Don't laugh at me, Rachel. You're going to teach me to shuffle these cards. Everyone's like, look, everyone's picking on me. How are you, babe? I had a bit of a flare yesterday. I was really unwell a very long time with my gym. You will Lee. We've distracted you. No, you haven't. I'm trying to read the messages. Just bear with me. I need to see what's going on here. Hev, ask yourself without judgment, yes or no, which, like, the first thing that pops into your head with that one, because anything after that, you will your logical mind will step in, and you'll start to you know, you'll start to talk yourself out of it. Accept them both. Accept them both, and then just see which one you want. You know, you can always just accept the first one and just say, but I've just got to let my other job know. There's always a way out of it. You know, it's not just left or right. There's always another way out of things. So just hold on to that. I feel like it will untangle, if that makes sense. At the moment, I see a plait, but I feel like it will untangle, and I feel like it will actually become clear which path it is. And I do feel that you'll be happy with it. You might need to take a little bit of a pay cut, but I do feel as if it will come forward and you will advance. You'll pick up the extra money a little bit later on in recognition for your work. Marty, how are you? Okay. All right. Apparently I've got to read for Julie. Is that right? Julie. You're still here. Right, let's get into this. Yeah, I'm all right today. You know, it's just them days when your shoulders are tight. He's a better dealer. I don't care which one of you is going to show me how to deal these cards, but, you know, I want to do it like a pro. Oh, for goodness sake. Stop arguing, you lot. Julie, this card's for you. Look at that. I shuffled and didn't lose them. Self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. Julie, let go of your crutches, okay? Stand on your own 2 feet and let go of the crutches. We all have the, you know, we all like to have people near and around us. We all like to have that support saying, you know, go for it, go for it. But sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith and actually, you know, move forward on your own path. And, you know, I feel that's where you are at the present time, or that's what you need to be looking at the present time. I should show you the card, really, shouldn't I? There you go. It's pretty. It's got lots of butterflies in there, and it has lots of candles and things like that. So I just want to say to you that, you know, your pathway is illuminated. You know, I like to read the symbology in cards. I like to teach my students not to ignore the symbology in the cards. I know, Rach, I didn't drop it, right? And so what I'm actually seeing in this card is lots of butterflies, which is transformation. Okay, you're shedding, you're coming out of that little grub stage and you know, becoming a butterfly, spreading your wings. You're seeing things from a different viewpoint, a different advantage point. There's flowers in here blooming. Lots of purple, which tells me that spirit is on your side. Okay, but I do feel that you ignore it a lot of the time. You actually don't see, feel, or hear what's actually going on. And I just want to say to you, you know, you need to look at the bigger picture and the divine guidance that's near and around you, because I feel like you're sitting in this little quiet corner going, oh, there's nobody there. There's nobody there to help me. There's nobody there to, you know, I'm on my own. And you've backed yourself into a corner, Julie. That's how I see this. And I just want to say, like, come out of the corner and understand that, you know, there is people near and around you, but you don't need them for you to be successful. You don't need, you know, you don't need extra support. You don't need anything like that. What you actually need is a belief in self, okay? And the rest of it will uniformly come in. I mean, of course, we've all got loved ones in spirit that are near and around us, and we all have our friends and our lovers and, you know, our families. They're all there. But sometimes I do feel like you disconnect and cut off and crawl into that little dark space and go, I can't and I won't and I shouldn't and I, you know, and I don't. So I just want to say, get out of the corner, you know, put your head in the light and just keep walking forward, because you are illuminated. This card also has wheat in it, okay? And wheat, as you know, is, if you've got wheat, you can trade, you can grow things from it, you can feed yourself. So sustenance is there. You're going to be on the right path, but you just have to take that leap of faith that you are good enough. Okay, that's what you have to own. That's a baseline. That's the underlined inverted commas, whatever you want to say. That's the message from spirit, is that yes, you are good enough, and that's what you have to believe in. So get out of that little dark corner, take that first step, and push yourself into the unknown. I mean, we fear the unknown instead of embracing it. There's so many opportunities in the unknown, but instead we like to fear it because we don't know what's around the corner. Okay, I can tell you that what's around the corner is an experience, and that's what you actually have to be focusing on, the experience. For whatever reason, you know, trust that spirit is guiding you in the right direction, and, you know, whatever happens, you are going to be okay. So Julie, that's your card, self-reliance. Okay, Vicky. Does anybody have any questions? You're welcome, Julie. You're welcome. I hope that makes sense for you. I just see you cowering down in the corner, and I just want to say, get up. You know, really, really, really push it. Of course, you can have a card. Joe's, yes, your late partner is definitely looking over you. But I'm hearing a quick message coming from out there. Failed that shuffle, Reg. Is that you need to move on, okay? Being pushed to move on, Jody. Hello, Rob the Reader. Okay, Vicky. Follow your passion. Where's it? Oh, there we go. Follow your passion. Look at that. Aren't these cards amazing? I should tell you what they are before I read with them. They are the mystical, I can't see now, the mystical wisdom card deck. And do you have these in stock? Mystical wisdom card deck? Written by Gay Guthrie and artwork by Josephine Wall. These would have to be one of my favorite decks, I think. US Games. And do you have these? Can the guys order these from you? You do have them? All right, guys, if you want these cards, please contact Andrea at Shambhala Tribe. Tammy, can you find the Shambhala link for Facebook, please, and pop that up? And you can get these cards from Andrea. Hey, look, I'm doing Donald Trump. It goes this way, not this way. Oh, that's so bad. All right. You can get these from Andrea at Shambhala. And Tammy will find the link and put it up on my Facebook page so that you can contact Ange or Naomi, and they will post them out to you. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Pamela, I feel like that's going to be postponed to next year. All right. Vicky. See, look. Ronnie, how are you? Shalom, shalom. These comments are a lot slower than Facebook Live, but I think this is a little bit better. It means I can bring people on and actually talk to them. Oh, look, keep throwing stuff around. Yeah, Pamela, I feel like it's going to be next year. Date change. I see a date change anyway. All right. Vicky, good fortune. Good fortune. Invite the magic in. Okay, invite the magic in. I do feel too with you, as I've said with a couple of the other guys today as I'm reading through, is that we need to bring more light in, okay? The one thing that I'm seeing behind this card is steps and stepping forward. And I feel like you need to bring that illumination in. You need to light the way. You know, you have everything near and around you. Just bear with me. You know, you have everything near and around you, but I just feel like you're paused at the present time, and I just want to say to you, actually move forward. Okay. Tammy's just put that link up now for Shambhala, so you'll be able to get this card from Andrew and Naomi, and just order it through the girls and I'll post it out. Vicky, I just feel as if you're paused, sweetheart, and I just want to say to you, like, what are you waiting for? Okay. You know, you've done the hard yards, you've done the long journey, you've done the inner work, you've done everything that you need to do, but you're just paused. And I have to ask you, like, what are you waiting for? What's stopping you from taking that next step forward, if that makes sense? And so I just want to really, you know, push you forward and urge you forward and just say, just take that first step. You're prepared for this. It's like, you know, you've worked all year for your ballet recital, and then suddenly you're on the stage and you're not moving. And that's how I feel with you. I want to move you forward. I want to push you, nudge you forward and say, come on, you've got everything that you need. You've done all the work. You've had all the lessons. What's actually stopping you from moving forward? Okay. I do see the tower in the background for you as well. So I know that it's been, you know, the last 18 months has been kind of harder for you. And I feel like there's been some really tough lessons there. But I just want to say to you, just, you know, move forward. Don't let that energy be wasted. Don't let that energy sit stagnant. Move forward, keep it going, and, you know, just embrace that journey. Okay, embrace that journey, and, you know, take that path with you. I do see the death card with you. Now, whenever somebody sees the death card, they all go into panic and go, oh my God, I'm going to die. Well, it's actually not. It's about change. Okay. And so, Vicky, I do see change with you, but you have to take that first step. It's not going to happen itself. It's, you know, it's like you've, for some reason you're stopped, and I can't see why. I can't see near and around, which gives me the belief that that's what you're looking at. Like, you can't see where you're going. You can't see the direction that you're going in. And so you're not going at all, if that makes sense. And I just want to push you forward and say, just start somewhere. Once you start moving, things will become clearer and you'll see what's near and around you, if that makes sense. So, you know, there's a couple of things in this card I see. I do see the tower sitting behind you. I see the Reaper in the card as well. And I just want to say to you, you know, like, move forward. All right, move forward, and everything will become clearer. You're ready. Okay, you're ready. You've got everything you need, and you just need to trust that, you know, the journey is yours to be taken. Good fortune is there. Okay, good fortune is there once you embrace it. Yeah, it makes sense. Stacy, how are you going? You're just typing out your answer. Okay, so I have Julie next, I believe. All right. Okay, guys. All right, I'm going to do a couple more reads on this one because I do have some bookings this afternoon that I need to get to. But you can join me again on Sunday at 8 p.m. I'll put up a reminder. If you've got questions for Sunday, have them next to you so that you know that when I ask, does anybody have a question, you can pop your question up, and if I'm drawn to it, I will try and answer it. As we become a little bit more busy, I do try and read as many as I can read. But if you do miss out and you feel like you want to have a reading, just email us on the email that's across the bottom of the screen, and we'll book you in. Okay. Can only get to so many people, and I love to read for all of you, but unfortunately we just can't get to everybody every single time. And it doesn't mean I'm ignoring your messages. I'm seeing them, and of course sending love and blessings to each and every one of you, that you find your answers, and that you find your divine guidance, because it is there. We just need to go within ourselves and focus on us. But I'm going to pull this card for Julie, and then I'm going to pull one for Rachel, and then I will call it an afternoon. What's everyone got planned for the afternoon anyway? Your hubby was on holidays. All right, Julie. Okay. How many of you have kids that are like homeschooling? How are you all coping with that? All right, Julie, let's have a look here. Julie, cherish memories and loved ones, okay? Cherish memories and loved ones. I feel like there's an anniversary coming up for you in the next 3 weeks. That's kind of special, and I have to acknowledge that person or who that's with. So it could be a birth anniversary, a past anniversary, wedding anniversary, but I feel like there's something coming up in the next 3 weeks that's relevant from somebody in spirit, and I do feel like they're pushing forward and they're just wanting to say, hey, thank you for the memories. Thanks for creating those memories with us. Thank you for holding that sacred space, and they're just wanting to acknowledge, love and blessings. But I do feel as if, sometimes we can hang on to memories a little too hard, and we live in the past. And I want to bring this relative to here and now, Julie. And I want to say to you, don't be stuck so much in the past, in the memories, because while you're in the past remembering things, you're missing out on the future and what's actually in front of you. And I feel like this is really relative to where you are now. And that's not to say that it's, it's okay to revisit the past and hold on to those memories, because I do know that working with spirit, that your memories is what's actually carried forward after, you've crossed over. That's what spirit takes, or that's what the soul takes with them, the memories, of course, because that's essentially what we're reading as mediums, is memories of what spirit is showing us. And but I feel like you're a little bit stuck in the past. I feel like you're holding yourself back by those memories, if that makes sense. And I just want to say to you, that's okay. Hold them there. And revisit them occasionally, but don't let them define your pathway. Okay. Arrows, if you can see, I always wear an arrow on my tie pin, because I've always had the belief system, that arrows can only go forwards, they can't go backwards, and it takes a lot of strength to pull an arrow back to push it forward. And so it's quite symbolic for me having the arrow there. And the same thing applies here. I really feel like I want to project you forward and not sit you in the past too much. I know that there's sorrow and pain in the past, as there is for everybody, but use those scars as battles won. Don't use them as seeing them as failures. Use them as challenges and as lessons. And it doesn't matter, what the outcome is. You've won that lesson, or you've earned that lesson. So you have that scar, and that enables you to move forward. So use them to catapult you and to put you in the direction that you need to be in, if that makes sense, Julie. There is growth and abundance sitting right in front of you. But again, there's that fear of moving forward. There's that fear of stepping into the unknown, or that fear of stepping into that next journey or that next part in your life. I feel like there's a glass door in front of you, and you're just watching it open and close and open and close and open and close. And, it just reminds me of something that I watched years and years and years ago on a movie, and the actress was just sitting there watching this door going open and close, and couldn't work out the mechanisms of it, didn't understand how it worked, but knew that this door was opening and closing and opening and closing, and so wouldn't go forward in case the door slammed on her, if that makes sense. But what she didn't realize is that the door actually was like person activated, that the door opened when you step forward with the intention to step forward. So it was actually not closing in on you like a monster. It was actually allowing you access to get to the next part of the journey. And I feel that that's where I feel like that's where you need to be. You need to see that as an opportunity and a door moving forward, not something that's closing on you. Because I feel like, you're restricting yourself. You've got that noose around your neck, and, at times you just feel like panicky and a little bit anxiety and stuff like that. So I just want to say, just, breathe and step into it and let that move forward. Okay, I hope that makes sense for you. Rach. Okay. Don't look at my card shuffle. You can't talk anyway, so what are you going to say? I had my tonsils out. It was the worst surgery ever. I felt like my whole throat had been cut. Stacey, I have to say no today because this is my last reading. I have appointments this afternoon, so unfortunately I'm not going to get to you. But I will be back on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. And if you would like to book a reading with me during the week, I do have a couple of appointments available, and the email to contact us to book a reading is scrolling across the screen. Okay, Rachel. Rach, yours is an L, okay? Follow your intuition, all right? Al is always a messenger for me, okay? She sits through the night and passes the messages to the hawk during the day, and so she definitely is the messenger. And the one thing that I'm wanting to say here is that you need to transition from that old energy, okay? You need to shift your mindset from the old energy into the new energy, and just let go of your old way of thinking, if that makes sense. If all you see is a rock, that's all it's going to be, is just a rock. But if you actually see it as a stepping stone, then you're going to have the ability to be able to move forward. And so I just want to say to you, in the next few weeks, think about old patterns and old ways and old thought processes that you might be able to upgrade. It's like when your phone upgrades, or your TV upgrades, or one of your apps on your phone upgrades. I feel as if there's an upgrade available for the way that you're actually thinking and the way that you're sailing through life. The owl is sitting above everything, so it's giving a new perception, a new idea, and a new concept. And I just want to say to you, where you are at the present time is very in tune with things, but you're not trusting, okay? You are in tune, but you're not trusting. And I just want to say to you, trust your guidance, trust your intuition, trust your connection to spirit, trust your connection to God, trust your connection to all that there is. I mean, we're sentient beings. We're full of energy. We're connected to everything. It's like our little spidey senses. We know when fear's there. We know, we have a clue that something's not right. Especially with your kids, for example. You know that something's not right, their behavior is not right, or your friend's not right. You just know, you have this innate ability to know and understand that something's not right. And I feel like, that on a bigger scale is where your mind is at the present time. You see, feel, and know, but you don't trust. And so I just want to say to you, have a look and understand that, you are a part of this universal consciousness. The lessons that we have been for a reason, so that we are empathetic, so that we do understand, so that we can connect, and so that we do have that equilibrium, that balance as we head back to divinity, if that makes sense. So I just want to say to you, connect into spirit, trust in your journey, and follow that intuition. Don't second guess things, and don't ask for second opinions from other people. Trust you for a change, okay? And I do feel that you will be able to move forward a lot faster, but let that upgrade happen, okay? Allow yourself to receive, because I feel like sometimes you doubt that you're worthy, and you will sit in this judgmental mindset of you're not good enough. And I just want to change that for you. I want you to step into the reality that you're an incredible, amazing being, and you do a lot of good in the world. You've got one of the biggest hearts that I know, and I'm a little bit biased because you're one of my oldest friends, and we've got such an amazing history, and I love you dearly. But I just want to kick you up the butt sometimes and just say, you know what? Get out of the mindset, okay? Get out of that mindset and move forward. All right, my darling. I'll leave that with you. Apparently I've missed Kerry, so I have to go and do my reading for Kerry, and then that will be it. You're welcome, Julie. Stace, join us on Wednesday, and I'll do that for you on Wednesday. What am I talking about Wednesday? It is Wednesday. Sunday at 8 p.m. Okay. The Sunday banters are a little bit easier because I've got a little bit more time, and I don't have so much stuff going on. So, all right, there we go. It's always jumped out. Kerry. Where am I there? New beginnings. It's the Phoenix. Okay, love you too, Rach. Begin your new life. Okay, so this card is the Phoenix card, and it is talking about new beginnings. Okay, so you've got to fold those boxes up, put them in the back of the car, and get rid of them. That's the way I'm seeing things for you, Kerry. I think this is a reading for everybody. The way that it's moving, or the way that I'm actually being shown, it's like, there's so many emotions that are flowing for everybody at the present time, and we're all sort of like feeling stuck, and we're all feeling like things aren't moving forward, but they actually are. Sometimes hi Di, sometimes we don't know the bigger thing. Sometimes we can't see the bigger thing, and what is actually happening is that you might not be able to see the undercurrent, but it's definitely moving forward. The river might look flat, and it might look like it's just a flat lake, but underneath there's so much more going on that we're unaware of. We don't know the bigger picture, and I feel like that's what's going on for us at the present time. We don't know the bigger picture. We don't know the outcome of what's going on. We don't know where we're going to end up, and sometimes we're not meant to know. Sometimes we're just meant to trust that we are where we need to be. But what this card is actually showing for you, Vicky, is that it's about rising up. Okay, it's about rising up. We get stripped back to our core sometimes, and we have the opportunity to rebuild. And that's what I want to say to you. This is the opportunity now to rebuild. Okay, it's the opportunity to center yourself and realize what's near and around you. Okay, and I think that once you can see that, you will understand that what you were hanging on to wasn't really worth hanging on to, and it was just holding you back, if that makes sense. I don't know why I'm feeling like I want to push this in regards to a relationship for you, Vicky, but I just feel as if I want to say to you, like, let go of the stuff that's holding you back and embrace the opportunity to walk forward with freedom. Okay, that's what I'm feeling with this. The phoenix is rising from the ashes, and you know, when the tower burns, the phoenix rises, and that's where I feel like you are at the present time. You know, whether it's been you personally, you've been stripped back to nothing, you've had that breakdown, you've had that, you know, that mental pause or that physical pause, and now's the time to have a look around you. It's like when a tornado comes flying past and, you know, everything gets destroyed and there's one church that's still standing, and you know that that church is solid. And that's what this is about. It's about being solid and having a look around you and rising up and just embracing the magnitude of this universal consciousness, embracing the, you know, opportunities that we have in this life to learn as a soul, you know, to reach out to other souls and to connect to them. And, you know, we are souls having a human experience. It's not the other way around. Okay, it really isn't the other way around. And so this lifetime, we need to have as many experiences as we can. We need to create those memories. We need to create those lessons. We need to step into them. We need to embrace choices that are given to us, opportunities. Don't say no. What's the worst thing that can happen? Ask yourself that when you're sitting in fear. What's the worst thing that can possibly happen? Okay, and the chances are it's pretty minimal. Okay, the worst thing that can happen is this, but is it the end of the world? No. Okay, it's not the end of the world, unless you're standing on the end of the cliff going, well, it's the worst thing that can happen, but at least you would pass doing what you love. Is that not correct? Anyway, that's what I feel this card is for you, Vicky. So I'm going to pass that across to you and ask that you just step into the unknown and embrace the journey, because you do have the phoenix. She's rising from the ashes. Let go of what's held you back. It's gone, and it's gone for a reason. Okay, I do see better things moving forward in the future for you. So I'm going to leave that with you. Jace, how are you? I can see you sitting there. I'm about to get off, though. These cards, who asked for the cards? Margot. Okay, these cards are the Mystical Wisdom card deck by, who is it? Gay Guthrie and Josephine Wall. And you can order these from Shambhala in Berry. And Tammy, if you scroll back, Tammy did post up the link for those, but I'll also put it on the Facebook page as well. So you'll be able to have a look at these cards. They're beautiful though, aren't they? The artwork is just so lovely. I just, you know, just beautiful artwork. I mean, look at that one. Children. The artwork is just gorgeous. It's not, I mean, it's busy, but it's not too busy, if that makes sense. This is the illusion card, Dragonfly. Or there's dragon. So they've, you know, put in the mystical animals as well, which is really good. Jace, I'm not putting any more cards today. I'm just showing you the cards. I'm done readings. Polar bear. That's my little son's totem. Polar bear's about brotherhood, banding together. Knowledge. They're just gorgeous. Look at that one. Imagine how long it took them to do these. Like, I really have such a, you know, affinity for beautiful cards. I mean, look at this one. This one's got wolf in it, so it's about lessons, gratitude. So yeah, Andrea and Naomi will sell you these cards from Shambhala in Berry. I don't know anywhere else that may have them, but you know, I always like to support the people that support me as the Lady of the Lake. And intuition. These cards are gorgeous. Jason, I'll read for you offline, because there's other people that, there's the link up there now. Okay, Tammy's put the link up there, Shambhala Berry, and you'll be able to order these cards from the girls, and I'll post them out to you. Look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? I'm just showing you some of the favorite ones that I see here. It's the Peace Dove. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, guys. Does the plumber across the street fancy? Jennifer, does the plumber across the street fancy you? I think you might fancy the plumber across the street. I love getting questions. They're so funny. Jennifer, does the plumber across the street fancy you? I think that he's a little bit cautious. Let me just say that. If he is, he might be shy about it. So that's the guidance that I get on that one. How many pages of description per card? Let me have a look here. Just one, Jace. They come with mantras as well. These are stunning. So the booklet has it has a mantra, it has an explanation, it has a mantra, and then it has some some spreads at the back. Here we go. About the artist. Raised in Farnham, Surrey, England, she knew from a young age that she was destined to be a creative artist. Her fantasy paintings are inspired by the vast natural beauty surrounding her home studio, Wisteria Cottage in England. In addition to painting, Josephine is an avid sculptor and also enjoys creating stained glass, custom jewelry, and other objects of art. Her art is featured in Nature's Whispers Oracle cards and Whispers of Love Oracle cards. There you go. So, yeah, absolutely gorgeous they are. And the woman that's written these, Gay believes in the world of magic and miracles, and her work as a psychic medium and lifestyle coach inspires home, comfort, and courage to believe in yourself and follow your dreams. She works with the angelic realms, and for 20 years she's been been inspiration and positive change in many people's lives. She lives in Australia and is founder of Angel Power Exclusive, whose mission is to inspire, uplift, nurture, and empower the human spirit through the medium of angels. There you go. She's the Australian Doreen Virtue. No, it's only one page, Jace. Look, it's like that. One little page. Just like little pages. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there because I have a reading booked in. And thank you for joining me. Jason, I'll do your reading later. If anybody has any questions, hold on to them for Sunday night, okay? And Sunday's a little bit more relaxed for us and a little bit, we have a little bit more time on a Sunday rather than, flying through on a Wednesday. Thank you for all the internationals that have joined us today, those of you that are coming from the US, England, and Canada. It's been amazing to have you all. Thank you so much for everybody who's come on for the very first time tonight. It's such a blessing to have you join us, and I hope that we see you again. For those of you that didn't get a reading, please don't be disheartened. I do try and get to as many as I can, but I see all your messages, and I do send love and abundance and prayers to each and every one of you so that you may find your guidance yourselves throughout the week. But again, join us on Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Melbourne time. And if you do want to book a reading, scrolling across your screen right now is the email to contact us, and we'll book you in. So I'm going to send you lots of love and blessings. Be safe, guys. Don't be silly. And, just use this time wisely. Finish up the jobs you need to finish up. Be with the family you need to be with. Find yourself, and just take this pause as a positive, not a negative, okay? Love to you all, and I'll see you on Sunday.